So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Easter's here. I'm not celebrating it. I acknowledge Easter's existence, and I get it that people tend to believe it's a Christian holiday. It's not. I'm not going to go into it. It doesn't matter. Right. So it was adopted by the Christian faith. I'm neither a Christian nor am I a pagan. I'm not even going to go into what I am because it doesn't matter. But summer is here, and normally I'd be saying summer is here and the time is right for dancing in the street. But it's not for me, because I'm telling you, we're going to have a good summer. And the reason, and how I know we're going to have a good summer, is that I'm suffering from my friggin' hay fever again. And I only ever suffer from really bad bouts of hay fever and sickness when it's going to be a really good summer. And my hay fever then just kicks off, and because of the high pollen count that's coming from all the plants. And that is because I'm pretty sure that the plants know it's going to be good weather, and then they basically get ready to pollinate and increase their radius or whatever it is they do in the summer. And then I end up feeling bad. It don't last forever. It usually lasts for about the first week, usually the first week of the beginning of spring, and then after that, then my body kind of gets used to it, and everything goes back to normal, and everything's fine. So soon I'll be fine, but at the moment I'm kind of pushing through and feeling ill, and just not feeling myself. That doesn't mean, however, that I can sit by and allow myself to succumb to it and eat food to make myself feel better like I would have done so many other years. So, saying that, that's why I'm not celebrating Easter, because it is a chocolate holiday. It's filled with people eating. Why is there so many national holidays that involve eating large quantities of something someone shouldn't eat? And the rest of the time, we're fighting against our urges to eat vast quantities of stuff we're not supposed to eat. Why do we, on these certain days, decide it's okay to eat vast quantities of this stuff I shouldn't eat? Because it's only one day, when in fact it's a numerous days, all the way through the year, and this makes us then slowly gain weight. So, in the essence of feeling better and not making myself feel ill, even though I am ill, I am not going to eat vast quantities of chocolate. I don't care for it. I'm not eating it. Therefore, Easter does not exist for me this year. Now that doesn't mean that other years I'm not going to go back to celebrating Easter. What you have to understand is when I get to my certain weight, I can then look into allowing me little bits of what I like rather than being greedy. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I gain weight and lose weight at that time, that's all right, as long as I don't become the overgrown, bloated balloon that I have allowed myself to get into. This is a mess. It's a mess. I have really, really messed this body up. And seeing as this is the only body I'm ever going to get, that was a really stupid idea. And I'm talking to myself right now. I'm actually quite annoyed with myself that I've allowed myself to get like this and have to fight back with every ounce of my being to get back to good again. Because it is a horrible, horrible, horrible place I'm finding myself in. If I could go back in time, I would punch myself in the face and tell myself to fucking man up and stop being so friggin' lazy. Anyway, I can't do that, so let's deal with it. Okay, so on my diet, I've been sticking to it again. This week is going to be not going out and eating vast quantities of food. I'm not going to be out having a meal because it's not anyone's birthday, so I should lose weight. Hopefully, I'm going to smash it out, get rid of that £0.5 pound and lose more. If I lose only £1, I think I'm going to be disappointed. £2, I'll be alright. So £2. We're going for £2 this week. That's what I'm going for. Hopefully £2, that way I would have lost £1.5 plus the half that I gained. And then I'll be happy. I'll be happy with 2. If I can just get 2, I'll be more than happy. That's all I want. I just want £2. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a steady £2 weight loss this week. I finally got there. I finally did it. I've been learning new stuff, and I've been doing about 30 minutes every day trying to learn it. And the 2 things I was trying to learn was how to chroma key, which is green screening, how to do that in my editing software. I'm not sure I can do it with the... I'll tell you what, if I can do it with the background of this video, I'm gonna try, but I don't think I can because it's not uniform at the back, so it's gonna it's not really gonna work that well because it's like patchy at the back. But I know how to do that now. I know how to get rid of the background and put whatever I want there and make it work and superimpose it over. I know how to do that. And you've probably seen that because I'm going to be using the stupid intro I created for the beginning of this video. So you probably already see me do it. But that's recent. That's recent. Also, you remember I was talking about Unity and how to do, I was learning how to do avatars within Unity and import my own songs and do my own custom animations. I'm almost there. I've cracked being able to put the audio in. Custom override, I've cracked that. I also know that with each section of the custom override can be overridden by your own custom animations. I know how to make those animations. I know how to deform, resize, and rescale. I know how to inherently force an object to attach itself to certain bones of the animated structure. I can animate the hands and deform the hands so that they become so they're holding an object. I know how to do that. I can also make objects, I think, haven't tried it yet, but in my head it's working. And that is that in the animation timeline of Unity, there is a track, a time track, much like an audio track or a video track. Now with this track, you can make an animation, a certain animation on a certain object that you've made and attached. You can animate each object individually, make them appear and disappear at will. At least that's what I think you can do, but I'm not entirely 100% sure that you can do that. Okay, so don't quote me on that. I haven't tried that yet. But I'm thinking like you can make an object animate for a certain amount of time. So is it possible to, I don't know yet, but is it possible to add a shader to remove an object from an animated source, or have it so that it deselects or becomes like different at certain points in that timeline? And I'm thinking it is possible. It is possible because that's what it's there for. It's there to add objects and to remove objects so that you can create a timeline and create a scene that runs. If you could do that on a custom gesture, then you could have a music track and then on each individual like lines or whatever, you can have something appear within that timeline at that specific moment. Maybe even like lyrics, so I could make Karaoke Man, you know. So it's just like a default. I don't even have to do voicings for that. Oh yeah, and I know how to do lip syncing, eye syncing, and I'm not sure how to make bone physics within my own avatars. That means if I create an avatar in certain places, would I be able to create bones for them? But I have been able to pick up a add-on for Blender, which allows me to import images and pretty much do all the stuff that I wanted to do within Blender like that with avatars. So that should be easier now as well. I know how to apply shaders. I don't know where to get the shaders from, but I know how to apply them. So much I've learned, and it basically all. The hardest part of learning all of that was being able to override the custom gestures and make it work. Now I understand the basics behind it, and that is that when you activate the gesture on one that hasn't got the animation, it then inserts or superimposes over you the one that has the animation, if you get my meaning, and then removes the one that hasn't, and then by the end of the animation it then reasserts the old animation or the avatar. So you have two, one you can't see and one you can see, and you can only see the one you can't. You switch them over when you do the gesture. And once I figured that out and I was able to do it once, I can do it anytime. I can pretty much do it all the time. Now I've got to work out how to get other people's custom animations, such off Maximo, which is Adobe's animation, 3D character animation website. Use that to impose dances and stuff onto avatars. So it's coming leaps and bounds. It's basically, it's so good when you grasp something for the first time, because it's so freeing to learn something, even if it's trivial and something that I'm never really. I suppose I am going to use it, but. It's just great. This is absolutely great. And it makes me happy. I like being happy. I like learning new stuff. And I like being able to do new stuff. It's fun. It's fun. Anyway, as per my diet, I've done a good week. I've sat down, pretty much done a good week. I haven't cheated. I've been eating. I don't know. I've been trying not to eat too much, but I'm up to 50 pounds now or more that I've lost during my dieting, and I don't know. It's going well. Whether I'll be able to do half my own body weight in a year, I don't know, but still got to keep that in focus. Still got to keep it in focus, because I am going to try my best to do it, because that is my goal. And if I don't reach my goal, I'm going to say to myself now that if I don't reach my goal, if I've done everything that I possibly can to acquire that goal, then it's not a failure. It's and even if it is a failure, we shouldn't be afraid of failing, because every single time we fail, we learn. Yes, we're going to get frustrated that we can't do something, but if we get back on it, if we engage again with it after we've calmed down, eventually we learn. And that's the essence of learning. So the only way you can learn is by making mistakes. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Throw yourself into it. Get frustrated, yes, but always go back to it, because eventually you will get it. It's a given. If you keep doing something over and over again, eventually your brain creates new pathways which allow you to be able to do that task. And that goes with anything. Guitars. But don't do it too much. Do it like 30 minutes a day. Allow yourself 30 minutes a day, an hour a day to practice, and then stop. And then eventually you'll crack it. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm super happy, and I'm gonna move on with more advanced things with Unity, because I've kind of got the basics down now. So time to move on. And I love it when it's time to move on, but you know what? I'm not gonna love it when I start it, because I'm gonna get frustrated again. Seems like gaming's dead. Gaming is dead again because of capital greed. It's been slowly dying anyway. And to be honest, I think it's been dead for a while, and I just didn't want to believe it. What I'm going on about is the fact that in every game now, in every game I've bought, that's every single game that I've bought so far, for PC, even for console games, there's a microtransaction store where you can go and buy stuff with real money. Now, when you've paid 50 quid to 60 quid for a game, you'd expect that game to be I hate microtransaction stores. I hate them. I've seen them grow from a little idea to a full-blown business plan. Microtransaction stores, when you pay more money and more money in order to customize a game, is fucking pathetic. You've already done all of the work to program all of these skins and everything into a game. You've used up that money, and then you get that money back from the sale of your game. But above that, you have money coming in every day for that game that you've made. Now, what does that do to games? I'll tell you. If you're making enough money, it's happened with Valve. I'm not going to get into it. If you're making enough money from a certain game, okay, are you going to need to make any other games? Are you going to need to put the time and energy into making other games if you're making enough money off that game itself? And it is coming in like quickly and fast and furious. The answer to that is no. No, you don't. So then you get these lackluster games from powerful game creators, where we used to get amazing games. We're now getting lackluster games because they don't really need to make a good game. All they need to do is make some kind of grindy fucking playground, put a microtransaction store in there, and as long as it's a little bit flashy, it's all good. It doesn't even have to have any story. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit, and I am fucking sick of it. And it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's just going to get worse. So, gaming is dead. It's as simple as that. It has been taken over by greed, and I don't give a shit what they make now. I'm not saying I'm not going to think about buying another game, but if I'm going to be honest with you, indie creators of games, that's people, independent game creators, are better than the AAA developers. And this game that they make, does it have a microtransaction store in it? No. Is it the finished product? Yes. Is it infinitely cheaper than a AAA game? Yes. I get more pleasure out of playing an independent game than I do out of a AAA. You want to know why? Because they take the time to make a good game. Whereas AAA developers throw a microtransaction store on a game and hope that that's going to bring in the revenue and please the shareholders. Well, you know what? Fuck you. I am never, have never, and will never buy anything off a microtransaction store as long as I live. And if everyone watching this video tells their friends not to do this, then this will become unprofitable. And if a microtransaction store becomes unprofitable, then the only way that they can make their money is by actually fucking making a decent game. So I'm telling you now, everyone in the entire world, and if anyone you know, just tell them, if they like gaming, do not use a microtransaction store. Okay, so today I'm going to be weighing to see how much weight I've lost. And I feel good, I feel confident about it. I've been good, I haven't cheated. Yesterday I had 2 pieces of cheese before I went to bed, but to be honest, I had over 23 cents left, so that's, and I didn't count it. But that's the only thing I've done which wasn't counted. And the reason for that is because I know that 2 pieces of cheese, a really small cheese, about 40 grams of cheese, I think it was, which is normally a healthy extra anyway. So I think we're all good. I think we're good. So we should lose weight today. Hopefully I've lost what I wanted to lose. I believe what I said was I wanted to lose £2, which is 1.5 pounds, and plus the ½ pound that the ½ pound that I gained last week from going out with my mother's birthday. And I'm hoping that I've lost weight because I didn't do Easter this year specifically so that I didn't mess up my my diet. So fingers crossed. And I, of course, as always, will let you know what the outcome is and what my plan is next week. But, you know, I'm feeling confident, like I said. On videos, I see people bringing in objects in front of them. I know that, in general, Lolathon, who is a very big meme streamer, he creates objects which are in the playable area, within his playable area. You know what I mean? So he can create these objects within the playable area, and then he can interact with those said objects. Now, that means that he doesn't attach something to his arms, but when he moves around to a point, those objects appear. So I don't think excuse me, I don't think you have to attach those objects to the actual character itself. Either that, or he does attach them and then he moves, he deforms out of them because he's in VR. But I have a feeling that he attaches them, say, to the body of the avatar, rather than limbs or bones. That way he can move around the object, but the object will move with him as he moves around. Which I've seen happen. So that means that the playable area or the playable scene that you create can appear on gesture. At least that's what I think. It has to be right. That means that I can have I can have something floating in front of me, which I can then interact with. At least that's what I'm hoping. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. But that's neither here nor there. It's a funny concept, and one that I really want to see work within VR chat. It would be amazing, it would be funny, and I would love doing it. I'd love people to laugh at it, and it would be great. Right, okay, so reason I turned on the camera, and as you can probably tell, I'm wheezing a little bit. Right, first off, I used to smoke, and because I used to smoke, I sometimes have problems with my lungs and bringing in enough oxygen for my body, which causes me to be out of breath. Now, it goes away, right? But it does come back with a vengeance sometimes, making it difficult for me to breathe. I think I have to address this with a doctor, okay? And have this checked out. So I'm going to have it checked out because it's happened too many times for me to love it. You know what I mean? But it's all right. Everything's fine. I can breathe. I am getting oxygen. It's just weird. It's a weird sensation that comes over me, and I'm having it now, and it makes me cough. My parents seem to think it might be asthma, which is brought on later on because of the smoking, because there is history of that in my family. So we'll see. Okay, so swimming club. The thing that everyone wants to know. At least I want to tell everyone. I lost 2.5 pounds in swimming club this week, which means that I lost the pound that I lost the half a pound, which I gained last week, and also on top of that lost another 2, which is the goal. Was the goal. So it was above and beyond my goal for this week. Going forward, I'm going to have another good week. We are going to be going to watch, hopefully, going to watch Avengers Endgame today, which I am going to enjoy. However, I am not going to overdo it or have any kind of sweets or anything like that. I'm going to do what I've done before. I got no money anyway, so I wouldn't be able to buy them, and I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to watch the movie, and that's all I'm going to do. If we go for a meal, I'm going to have a salad, because it's not a birthday, it's not a special occasion, it's just a movie, so I'm going to be good.
Thanks for watching the Great Fishes video. I hope you all have a great day. If you could subscribe, that would be heavenly. Throw my friend a like and share with your friends, and he will hopefully see you next time. Till then, peace be with you.